What is going on, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global here, back with another video. And former Patriots linebacker Kyle Van Noy, who signed a massive contract just 1 year ago, is being released by the Miami Dolphins. Could he be returning to the New England Patriots? Now, the Miami Dolphins are releasing him because they are just one of those teams who needs to free up cap space. They have to do it. And unfortunately, Kyle Van Noy is one of those guys that is going to have to be cut. I firmly believe that they would like to keep Kyle Van Noy around. I think that Brian Flores, would like to have him as a former Patriots coach. But like I've been telling you guys, teams are going to have to make some pretty tough cuts and or trades with players of higher caliber because they have to get just back to zero in cap space. Now, Kyle Van Noy signed a 4-year, $51 million contract last year and will save the Dolphins just under $10 million against the salary cap while leaving behind a $4.1 million in dead money. And y'all, I am so pumped up for this move just because I truly believe that there is a good chance that Kyle Van Noy could be returning to New England. From what sources are saying, there is a good possibility that this happens. The Miami Dolphins were trying to find a trade partner before this. Speculations had it that the Patriots and Titans would have been in on him. But, of course, Belichick would not have wanted to take on that massive contract of Kyle Van Noy. It is a big reason why Kyle Van Noy didn't even stay with New England, nor would Belichick want to give up draft capital. Now he doesn't have to do so. Now Kyle Van Noy can choose where he wants to go, and because he was released and is not a pending free agent, he can sign whenever he wants. You don't have to wait until the new league year starts. Now, former Patriots are already hopping on this as Jason and Devin McCourty have already posted. Mike Garafolo posted about this news on Twitter, and Jason and Devin McCourty's Twitter account put the little eye-looking emoji and tagged Kyle Van Noy. So it looks like former Patriots are already trying to recruit the former New England Patriots linebacker. Now, last year for the Miami Dolphins, Kyle Van Noy didn't do too bad. He was in with a little bit of an injury, but he still did appear in 14 games with the Miami Dolphins this past year, recording 69 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, 6 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles, along with 2 fumble recoveries. Those are pretty dang good numbers. That is a starting caliber linebacker, at least in New England's standpoint. I think ultimately the Miami Dolphins and Brian Flores thought that they were going to get a little bit of a better version of Kyle Van Noy than he was with the Patriots, which I'm not too sure ultimately why they thought that. Kyle Van Noy's stats kind of prove that he was the linebacker that he was with New England. He's going to put up those same statistics, And because of that, I just think ultimately the Dolphins, Brian Flores, they said, well, he is a great player putting up great statistics. He's not worth $10 million a year, which, yeah, that's why Belichick didn't sign him to that big, lengthy contract. Now, if you're Kyle Van Noy, a reunion to the Patriots makes more than enough sense. You have played in New England for several years. It's where you excelled. You'd be an immediate starting linebacker there because New England desperately needs help at the linebacker position. I'm not too sure how Kyle Van Noy felt about Matt Patricia, but Matt Patricia's back in the building. And you can head back to Boston where you're really not going to have to hit that restart button. You know your caliber, you know the system, you know how you're going to be used, you know the expectations. You're very familiar with the area, the fan base, the scheme, the guys on the defense will be playing with. So I think personally that would be the top destination for Kyle Van Noy, but I would say definitely other places to watch for would be teams like the Titans, the Giants, and of course there is going to be a few other sneaky teams that will try to sign Kyle Van Noy. Now for me, this could be like a Danny Amendola situation where, look, I'm sure there's interest. The Patriots most likely are not going to give you the caliber of money that other teams are going to give you. I'm sure if Kyle Van Noy is still chasing for a big contract, he's going to get that from somebody somewhere else that isn't New England. So do you take a little bit of a contract cut or a pay cut to stay and go back to New England? Or do you go to some random other place you're going to have to hit that reset button but make a little bit more money? Over his years with New England, Kyle Van Noy was a key piece to New England's defense. In 2019, he appeared in 15 games. He had 3 passes defended. He had 3 forced fumbles. He put up 6.5 sacks, 56 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 15 quarterback hits. 2018, he appeared in 16 games. He had 1 interception. He had 2 passes defended, 1 forced fumble. He had 2 fumble returns. He had 1 defensive touchdown, 3.5 sacks, 92 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 10 quarterback hits. If Kyle Van Noy does return to New England, what does this mean for the team? Well, one, it means that linebacker isn't as big of a need for you as it once was. You know, you're getting a guy who, again, knows the system. He knows what he's doing. We know how to use him. We know expectations. That's the great part of signing a former long-term New England Patriot. Van Noy would plug in as our immediate number 1 guy. He is someone who doesn't just set the edge. He isn't just someone who stops the run. He isn't just someone who gets to the quarterback or can, excel well in zone or man coverage. He's an all-around, do-it-all linebacker. That's what New England needs right now desperately. If you get Dante Hightower back, he's a leader. He's a set-the-edge type of guy, stop the run, but he's not great in coverage whatsoever. As for Juwan Bentley, who they thrusted into that starting linebacker role, he's not great in coverage. Maybe he can blitz a little bit, but he's more of a pound-the-ball, stop-the-run linebacker. This means that New England could enter free agency, not drowning in that need for linebacker. I would say still that they want to address it, but, even in the draft, you don't have to worry as much about drafting a linebacker in the higher rounds because you do have an answer. If you don't sign Kyle Van Noy, you got to go out there in free agency, probably sign a bigger contract to a higher name guy, draft a linebacker higher in the draft because linebacker is such a bigger need for the Patriots than several people realize. The New England Patriots could also use a veteran like Kyle Van Noy to help teach these younger guys like Anthony Jennings, Josh Uche. But I want to know your guys' thoughts here on Kyle Van Noy. Should he return to the New England Patriots? Do you want him to return to the New England Patriots? It's going to be exciting news, and I'm super excited to see how this one unfolds. I'm super pumped. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for all your New England Patriots news. Tell your friends, family, and everyone about the channel. Like always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.